Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a reading for sign of Gemini. Keep in mind that this will not resonate for every Gemini. If you'd like a personal reading, that's going to be the first link in the description down below. Repeat that, first link in the description down below for a personal reading. And also find my Etsy shop, my shirt store, my website, different social media platforms I'm on, as well as Patreon and Ko-Fi. Go support me on Ko-Fi, help me reach the next level so we can get another new deck. If you'd like to make a donation, feel free to do so. I do appreciate donations here. So, Gemini, let us see what Spirit has in store for yourself, what's a message for you, and what is coming towards you. Number 39 with Anka, kin of the Red Hawk tribe. Okay. Connecting with the Hawk tribe. So maybe meeting more of your soul tribe here. Number 44 with the White Buffalo Woman. Hopeful heart, see her signs. We're connecting with the White Buffalo Woman as well. Okay. Number 16. Lolo, stand in the light. You have Spirit here telling you to stand in your light. Gemini, for the last card, you have number 36 with Mayu. Sama from Galactic Heart, which talks about expansion in this card. But we can read you all of your cards so that you can fully understand what they mean. Alright, rather than just telling you a little bit of what they mean and then being like, okay, goodbye, figure out the rest on your own. No, let's tell you the full message, Gemini, so that we can get all the information. You know, I just like information. You have 2 6s, 2 3s, and then you have 44. So those may be numbers and synchronicities for you that you may be seeing. We have number 16. You are unique. You are a divine, beautiful being. You stand apart from the crowd. Sometimes this evokes jealousy or desires in others who want to possess your light and beauty as their own. You need never fear another or believe that they can harm you. Allow yourself to be true to who you are. Do not hide your inner light and beauty. You're meant to be seen. Your soul is nurtured and protected by your love for Great Spirit. Look at this. You see what this message just said? See, you're so unique, so beautiful, so much in the light, alright, Gemini? Now, others may try to be, you know how people are. But do not stray from your path. Do not hide yourself here. Just continue along your path. Alright, it says, don't avoid the spotlight or try to hide yourself, nor dull your light to appease another or your own fears. Your true inner divine light and beauty is meant to help others. The only way that can occur is if you allow yourself to fully be and express it. Do not shrink away from your magnificence when you feel challenged. Instead, step it up to an entirely new level of boldness. You have a gentle nature and you are strong. But if you become obsessed with the beauty or power of another, it's time to come back to your own divine beauty. To unearth it, explore it, express it, and let it shine. Trying to blend in will drain the energy from you. Let those who are attracted to your light adapt to your level of divine expression. You're the benchmark, and they will evolve to reach you. Alright, yeah, that's telling you not to blend in. Okay, you're like the standard here, Gemini. Don't lower yourself, don't lower your vibration for others. Make them raise their vibration for you. Make them try to fit in to be with you. You understand what I'm saying? Don't try to fit in to a crowd of people. Be you. Lolo means butterfly, moth, and soul. The sunset moth of Madagascar is big, beautiful, and bright. While most moths are nocturnal, creatures that are active at night, the sunset moth of Madagascar is a creature of the day, with iridescent wings creating a, I don't know how to say that word, but effect, as they reflect the light. They are considered by some to be the most beautiful insect on earth, yet, subdued in light, their wings can appear far less remarkable. Without light, their true beauty cannot be recognized. You, like this unique creature, are a being that needs light. Light to nourish your life force, and light to reveal your true and remarkable divine beauty. You're meant to shine your own divinity in the world in daylight, not keep it hidden under the cloak of night, for fear of how others may react. The bright colors and shape of the sunset's moth's wings, and their presence in full light of day, leads to many to mistake this unique moths for butterflies. You, too, will find that people do not always realize who and what you are. They may mistakenly assume that your joy and beauty indicate that life has always been easy for you. See, Gemini, people may not even really... See, that's the problem here. People don't really understand who you are. Things you've been through. Alright? may even think life's been easy for you, just because you're not sitting there and you're not like them, right? They may fail to recognize the true depth of your soul and the experiences of darkness and struggle that you have overcome to become the vibrant, beautiful being that you cannot be seen to be. During the daylight hours, the sunset moth can be flitting, it says flitting, okay, from one flower to another, feeding on nectar. They discern light waves and indicate a strong preference for white flowers, although not for specific plants. You are one of the rare souls who find the true path of light and love in any number of spiritual or religious paths, in any number of situations. You are able to recognize and be nourished by purity in many forms, be it random act of kindness from a stranger, the unconditional love of an animal, a genuine blessing from spiritual master, or a moment of simple beauty in nature. You can sense the true presence of love through an involved inner spiritual discernment. Madagascar sunset moths are very particular in eating habits. They are attracted to the nectar of plants that other creatures tend to avoid because they cannot metabolize the toxins. For the sunset moth, however, what they are drawn to consume is not harmful to them. Instead, these moths become poisonous to predators by simply following their natural instincts to nurture themselves according to what suits them, even though it would not necessarily suit any other creature in the same way. What nurtures and nourishes you, what feels good for your heart, body, and soul, is also what protects you. You actually don't need to do anything else for effective protection than place yourself in the divine beauty of what you love and absolutely and completely. It's a healing process. If you are concerned about negative attitudes or attacking behaviors from others for any reason, you can use this healing process to clear the fear and reinforce your divine sanctuary. It says, close your eyes and relax. Focus on the flow of your breath in and out. Imagine that you can drape yourself in a cloak of divine beauty, light, and glory. This cloak is as light as a feather, shining with endless iridescent shades of color that reveal the exquisite beauty of the divine. This cloak flows lightly around you, offering a sense of having wings or having a body that is beyond your physical body, and yet interpenetrates it too. The body of light and color can breathe as though it is lightly aerated all over. It can release anything that is not of love and shines forth a continuous stream of beautiful light in all directions. This light body can move freely, growing as large as you wish, taking any shape, any size, any form that feels beautiful to your heart. Allow whatever your experience is to be. When you are ready, say aloud, I am cloaked in divine glory, light, grace, and beauty. I'm a child of the divine and protected in the sanctuary of absolute divine love, now and always, so be it. It says, dance, meditate, rest, or pray with your cloak around you now. If you wish, you can keep it with you for as long as you choose. You've completed your healing process. And number 36. The Divine Mother's milk of the galaxy is feeding your soul. Expansion of your horizons, your spiritual purpose, and your sacred responsibilities is taking place. Divine potential within you is awakening at a higher turn of creative spiral consciousness. This oracle is a prophecy of ascension and grace. Your soul has been going through a deep spiritual feeding process and is growing rapidly. The evidence of this in the outer world will be a sense of expansion of opportunity, reach, connections, and new levels of spiritual experiences. This oracle foretells the welcoming of a new phase in life. Newborn energies and fertility, whether biological or creative or psychological, are being stimulated. This oracle indicates discovery, development, and expression of talents. An increasingly public profile, which moves you into the spotlight. See that you're moving into the spotlight, Gemini. Can be doing something creative, can be doing something spiritual, whatever you're doing, but keep going on your path. Can help you fulfill your divine life mission, provided that you keep your inner connection to spirit as the highest priority. This oracle speaks of the soul healing around matters of trust, spirit, mother, and abundance. It says Mayud, star goddess of the Milky Way, was seen clearly in the skies of the ancient Incas. In Western traditions, the Milky Way is recognized as a metaphor for nourishment in the milk of the heavens. When she appears as an oracle, it is an omen of happiness, satisfaction, and fulfillment. If you develop your spiritual practice, you shall come to experience feeling drunk on divine bliss. like a baby in an ecstasy of complete fulfillment through the mother's milk. When we connect with the galactic heart, it is a sign of spiritual advancement. We are growing in such a way that our being becomes ready, willing, and able to take up more spiritual space in the atmosphere. You will express the spiritual growth in your life according to your talents. If you are a thinker, your ideas will become more inspired, expansive, and original. If you are a healer, you will experience the flow of new quality of divine consciousness through your work. If you are a leader, you will experience a feeling of being overshadowed by something truly great, kind, and helpful, whilst at the same time feeling more fearless, bold, and confident to speak your truth and guide those in your care. Whatever the truth of your soul encounters with the galactic heart are granted in order to evoke, expand, and empower upon the earth. Some interpretations of the Vedas from the ancient India see the Milky Way as the heavenly Sama, the nectar of immortality and the drink of the divine. Sama can feed the soul, but like any food, healthy or otherwise, too much at any given time is hard to digest and create more harm than good. Our divine light and energy is not always better, at least not when we try to take it all in at once. We need to learn when enough is enough, to detach from the divine mother breasts, and rest in contentment and fulfillment of the present moment. To allow ourselves to be spiritually fed, to know when to latch on and when to detach from the inflow of spiritual energy. About to sneeze. To allow for the mind, body, and soul to adjust to the increased levels of light and spiritual nutrition, and to metabolize that for healing growth, we need to feel and trust and surrender into the divine feminine. If we have had difficult issues around trust, support, and nourishment as human beings, then clearing those issues through through grace, so as to be able to receive the heavenly nectar without greed or fear is important. Mayu offers the healing of these matters with grace. Digestion and integration allow us to utilize the blessing and become ready for further expansion when it is able to be fed again. And we trust that her sacred food will be available when needed. We need to learn to rest into all that the Galactic Mother will provide for our soul, growing us into fullness of our spiritual radiance and maturity, one dose of her extraordinary blessed Sama at a time. Okay? So, let's move on to 39. Number 39. On the wings of the red-tailed hawk, a divine message comes. Your spiritual maturity has evolved into genuine power and discernment. You've earned your stripes. Acknowledgement is granted. Trust yourself in your destiny. See that? You've gone along your path here. You've been in the spotlight. You've been doing your spiritual work or your creative work or whatever, right? But you earned your stripes. Alright? You've achieved. Keep achieving. You're ready. Trust in your sense of timing, which is excellent and inspired. Allow the divine to support you as you hover, until the moment comes for you to fearlessly plunge into your forthcoming adventure. A divine message is here for you now, so to be open to the signs from the universe. You're more spiritually mature than you realize. Okay, look at this. You're more spiritually mature than you even realize here, Gemini. Okay, being open. All you have to do now is just be open to signs from the divine. Alright, I feel like there's some sort of expansion that you're moving forward. So being open to these signs and synchronicities and how you expand now. You have an ability to share wisdom and honesty with your tribe. If you're still searching for your tribe, trust yourself. You'll recognize them instinctively when you meet them, even if they are on the outside seem different to you. See that? You'll recognize your soul tribe instantly, instinctively, intuitively, Gemini, when you see them. And it's not by physical appearance. It's like when you feel, because you're so spiritually mature that you're going to be able to feel when someone's from the same soul tribe as you. You understand that? You are seeing things clearly, so trust your vision and have patience. Speak your truth, but do so with compassion, because your words have greater influence than you may realize. When the moment is right, take action. A way will be shown for you to manifest your spiritual light in this world in practical ways. There are some on the spiritual path that claim to be more evolved than others. Of course, these are likely to be the ones learning an important lesson in humility. Then there are souls that know they have come with a special purpose, to lead, guide, and inspire others, yet they do not feel this makes them in any way superior to another. It is simply the way by which they can fulfill their divine destiny. These are the red-tailed hawk tribe, and you are one of their own. Red tail feathers only emerge in maturation. Alright, I'm gonna mark this down so I can read this later. If I can find the page. And mark it right there. Okay, so, anyways. The red-tailed feathers only emerge in maturation, signifying that this bird of prey is a sole symbol for spiritual maturity and service to the tribe. This is also reflected by the red color associating with their feathers, and the base chakra from the Vedic tradition of India. Red is the color of the ground, earth belonging to family, and tribe. Our material reality and the collective consciousness that we create for each other to either move us forward as a race or hold each other back. Anka, or hawk, is the medicine of the messenger. This is the one who sees and feels the birth of new world, and who recognizing that which is outmoded and belongs only to the past. It is a progressive, honest, and action-oriented medicine. As a channel between higher wisdom and earthly concerns, Anka brings a way to get things done in harmony with the universe. Red-tailed hawks are many in number, yet each one has unique plumage. They are both an army and a group of individuals, so it is with your kindred soul tribe. You will have common purpose on this planet, but the way each in the tribe goes about fulfilling and expressing will be unique. Our job is to recognize and support each other even whilst we come from different disciplines, different backgrounds, and are approaching the same world problems with different perspectives. So you can be like the same, but you may be doing different things. You understand? Understand what I'm saying, Gemini? Alright, so let's say, let me put it in this perspective, right? You'll be into like the same things, but also different in a way. Like you both be into spirituality, right? But be like different ways of expressing it, alright? So let's say you could be a tarot reader, and you can have someone in part of your soul tribe that's like a Reiki healer, or like, you know, they do some other form of spirituality, right? We may work from different places along different routes for the one true purpose of birthing higher consciousness on this planet, but when we realize that we belong to each other in our common purpose, we feel a sense of belonging connected through an invisible but palpable thread of soul. To fully embrace the supportive power of your soul tribe, both in the spiritual realms and the earthly world, you will feel the healing required around family, friends, and various types of community, including religious and business communities, where you've held wounded insecurities around being marked as an outcast. Abandonment and rejection can create an unconscious defensiveness that keeps people away. Once you may have needed those psychological walls to hold you up until you healed through your wounds and grew strong enough to thrive through tearing them down. Anka comes with the message that you have outgrown these old ways. So you outgrown the old ways of facing those struggles and then having those walls because you have faced those struggles with people, aren't you? You're tearing down them walls. You understand that? And I feel like that's so that you can meet more of your soul tribe there, because there's purpose, there's destiny with that, right? To continue with them will keep support away from you unnecessarily. You will clearly be able to see anything unwanted that used to be held at bay by the walls. You will now be able to deal with it through the skills of your honest speech and the ability to tear away cords of connection or influence that do not serve you. Alright? We have the white buffalo woman. Have hope, for you are pure of heart, and white buffalo woman appears as a divine sign of rebirth and harmony. She is a way shower who lives as one with the Great Spirit. She teaches us practices that will free and empower us all. She crowds the birth of the divine upon a new earth. You are held in her heart, and you will recognize her beautiful grace of spirit in your own. This oracle signifies hope and reunion after challenging or dark time. There will be harmony in coming together and sacred purpose of putting pain and conflict behind you. See, we're putting the pain, we're putting the conflict behind us, Gemini, alright, or we're putting the dark times behind us. Now we're getting back into harmony, happiness, alright, and we're coming together with Soul Tribe here. A birth of something pure and true shall happen under the auspices of Great Spirit. Forgive yourself and others and lay claim to purity and goodwill that is your heart's true nature. Spiritual blessing is bestowed. Your actions are in accord with heaven. You see that these actions. You're living your path. Complete release and renewal shall take place. The good and true will triumph in the end. Have faith, for your prayers are being answered. See, your prayers being answered, Gemini. It says, in the Native American tradition, the Sioux Mother, White Buffalo Woman, is a symbol of rebirth and spiritual promise. The story of her coming tells of two young men who witnessed her divine radiance. One watched with appropriate awe, whilst the other simply desired White Buffalo Woman and stretched his hand out to touch her. His disrespect cost him his life, as lightning struck him down, just as the correct recognition offered the other man a spiritual blessing. White Buffalo Woman evokes restoration of the sacred. She demands respectful relationship with each other. Whether you like the person or agree with their various worldviews is irrelevant, and requires that we can assume our rightful place in the community, which means not discounting your talents, not trying to take place by force. For those of us attempting to awaken higher values in closed hearts that are willing or unwilling to shift from more self-serving ways, White Buffalo Woman brings a message of divine justice. This is not about revenge or mean-spirited definition of karma and people getting what they deserve. For if one is disconnected enough from the heart to be self-serving, then one is already in living hell. The divine justice the White Buffalo Woman heralds is the restorative and correcting power of Great Spirit that will always find a way. If Great Spirit needs to use an unlikely candidate to do that, then it will work. The divine is not limited to what we think is going on, or to what we think is going to work. It is powerful in ways that are beyond human comprehension. It is able to enact divine law, elicit restoration even when we wonder if it's all falling apart before our eyes. This doesn't mean that we give up on our fight, but rather that we are renewed with optimism and enthusiasm to embrace our journey with the greatest ally working alongside us. We find comfort knowing that Great Spirit is with us, not doing for us, but neither turning away from us in our need. We feel a more peaceful trust in the ultimate success of our purpose, for no matter how many twists and turns path takes, behind and in front of every unexpected obstacle, Great Spirit is present behind every at first unwanted advisor, through which we develop an important skill or deepen our unconditional reliance and trust in the divine. Great Spirit is there. For those of us that the light I can't speak right. For those of us that love the light and labor with great patience and perseverance, we need legitimate signs of hope to keep the faith in our progress and trust in the value of our contribution. For the evidence of good works is not always seen straight away. The spiritual worlds love us enough to send us saviors is a testament just to how closely we are held and known in divine heart. These divine beings help us when we are struggling to make a transition to the next stage of our spiritual evolution. Individually, collectively, savior beings are spiritual midwives, the birthing mothers and protective fathers who are guiding the human collective into spiritual maturity. White Buffalo Woman brings you the saving grace to progress spiritually, and to know in your heart and soul that you shall see the sacred restored to its rightful place in spiritual harmony between heaven and earth. Alright? So, Gemini, that's the messages for you. That's the beings you're connecting with. Now, let us get some runes and some charms for yourself. Okay? What we have here, we have Cancer, which is the zodiac sign. Okay? So you can have those placements or one around you. You have Sun God Ra. You have this Egyptian snake goddess. You have the rose. Alright, the rose is connecting with the earth. The rose is like healing. It's like healing of the heart and good things. We have this dragon rose. Alright, the dragon is a symbol of power and strength. Alright, we have the rose. We just described what the rose is. We have fertility. We have a gateway opening for you. There's a spiritual initiation. Alright, so, Gemini. That is all I have for you. And like I said, first link in the description down below for a personal reading. Also go on my Etsy shop, go on to go buy something, really appreciate that. And if you see more content, definitely subscribe. Bye guys.